All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's pause for a minute. Now, I left you a video earlier, and it seemed like everything was not promising in the way that I wanted it to be. I told you who all I contacted. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a response from Brighton Pools. Let me tell you, they sent over an estimate. Now, I am going to go down through here real quick and tell you what it says. In short, $6,820 is what their estimate is. Now, that is for a standard vinyl liner for my pool. Wait, that's premium 20 mil vinyl liner. Man, oh man. Now I'm going to scroll down to see the complete itemized they have a 3 to 4 day they have a lead time of 3 to 4 days, right? Installation time of 1 day. Man. And then they have this thing, right? They have this thing where you can get a premium. Now, I'm going to go down to the premium. It says offer optional alternatives to a vinyl liner is a PVC membrane upgrade replacement liner. Now, the standard one, $17,900. Standard Renolite, $23,700. A 70 mil, $27,000, and an 80 mil for $29,000. Now, these have 5 times the lifespan of vinyl liners. However, we don't need all that.
Someone is at the front door.
Somebody's at the door. I'll get back to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to have a conversation right now. All right, so check it out. And I'm going to need you to assist me with deciding what route we're going to take. Yes, I'm asking you, the people, to help me decide what route we're going to take. So, the guy just left from removing the pool, all right? Removing the pool. Now, we are going to go walk outside really quick so that we can go over a few things that are going to assist with being the deciding factor on whether we say goodbye to the pool or hello to the pool. All right? Let's go. Now, I'm just going to off the break say I am over this pool because, again, I've been in this house since 2012 and we've had literally no action on the pool. This is probably what, video 2, 3, whatever the case may be. All right. So what I'm going to do is take you on what I am looking at as far as downsides to this pool, even if I do decide to keep it. All right, so I'm going to point out a few things that I've showed you in previous videos, but we're going to go through it. All right, so here's one thing. As we walk over here, of course, all of this, these pavers right here, this needs to be redone. If you look over here, of course, this fence is going to be replaced. It just has to be replaced all the way down. And this white tube, this white PVC tube, this is for electric. So this have outlets all the way down. But the major part over here is how, even if you can look right here where the pavers are splitting from the wall part, there's a slope, so it's going slope down. So that is one thing that is contributing to my decision. Now, if we look at the edge of the pool, and I'm going to bring you down a little bit, you see there's like a lip where it's like the pool is high and this little concrete is, you know, this right here. And this is like, this right here is maybe like an inch and a half. All right, so let's walk around, and as we look at the pavers, as you can see, it's not level. Even when we are walking on this side, it's not level either. Look where my foot is. Again, it's not level, it's a lip, and I'm pretty sure that's from settling. So let's walk over here, and if we're looking right here, same thing. And this part of the concrete, this part right here, is raised higher than this part right there, so it's not level. Now we can keep coming around, and it's the same thing right here. Boom, it's just not level. It's just, and then again right here, not level. And that goes all the way around the pool where the concrete is not level. Even looking right here, look at this. Wait, that's too high. Right here, that's like 2.5, 3 inches. And then let's get the camera up. So if you're looking at the fence, you can see that the fence is not straight. So it's a lot of problems. Oh, and look at this retaining wall. Wait, I'll go on the other side. So let me go over here, because there's something else that I want to show you that is problematic. If you look at the ground, and I'm pretty sure you can see it from when the guy was just here, we were talking about this. This is not level, and he said that's because they didn't compact it enough. So it's like, that's just horrible. And if you pay attention, it's sloping towards the house, which is not good. Yeah, that's just not good. Now, if we look over here at the pool stuff, this retaining wall right here, let's see if we can get a good angle. Maybe too close to it. Let's back up a little bit. If you look, you can see how the retaining wall is leaning outwards, and that goes all the way around. So if you get a bird's eye view, you can see how the retaining wall is just leaning. So let's walk over here, and as you can see where this retaining wall is right here, so all of this was built up to put the pool in the ground. So all of this is up. And let's just look at this thing right here. This shed, you can see, is leaning towards the fence. So, and it has vines growing out of it that are attached to the electrical pole and all of that stuff. All right, so that is what we are dealing with when we are looking at this pool. What is my idea if I was to get rid of this pool? Looking at the shape of it, let me turn you back around. Looking at the shape of this pool, I would probably want, well, he said they would take out the concrete. So in reality, what I would probably do or want done is all of these pavers gone, just gone. And from here, right over here, I don't know why this is pointing up, from here all the way to over here would be grass. And that would also take into account right here. So yeah, that would knock out a lot of these pavers. But I would probably have a straight line of pavers that are going in line with the end of the deck. Get up. Yeah, with the end of the deck. And just this part right here be pavers. And all of this will be grass. And I have a good idea of what I would want to do out here. I'm going to, even though I got my degree in graphic communications, I will probably throw it into ChatGPT to give me some ideas of what I would want to do back here. Yeah, I think I would have that whole fence gone, because that's just ill. Yeah. You know what? He said the concrete all the way around the pool. So that means all of this would, no. When he said the concrete around the pool, he's just talking about the concrete that's right around the pool. This, I think, you know what? I think I would have all of that gone. So let's go inside and have a conversation about the numbers. And even if, wait, before we even do that, I want to show you something. Even this is horrible. I mean, it's just horrible. So let's go back inside and have a conversation about the numbers or the factors that are driving me one way or the other. All right. Let's get that secured. All right. All right, let's have a seat. Let's have a seat. So, I told you in the previous video what they were looking at as far as replacing the liner. Now, with that being said, and what I just showed you outside, replacing the liner by itself is just a small fix to my overall backyard problem. And I say that because even if I do replace the liner for the pool, I still need a lot of work on the pavers in the back overall. Because all that uneven stuff is really not conducive to a good experience in the backyard. I think the way that they built that pool is just really throwing me off. Now, my other option, no, I'm not even going to say my other option, because I really do not want a pool back there. I just don't want a pool. I think if I was to put anything out there, it would probably be a sauna. Or a hot tub, I mean. But I have other ideas that would work better. Now, let's go back through the numbers. So, to replace the liner, Brighton Pools quoted me at, where is it? $6,820. That includes installation, labor, and materials. All right, now, I did mention that they had some other options with PVC membrane. One is $17,900, one is $23,700, The one is $27,700 and the most expensive is $29,700. $30,000 for the most expensive. Now, again, $6,820 is the least expensive route to go. And let me see. Oh, wait. Let's do a quick mathematical equation because that does not include water. Right. So let's see what that will look like with water. They have an estimate on there, and usually $325 to $375 for 6,000 gallons of water. I don't know how many gallons that pool is. So let's just say we add that in there. That's going to be an additional, let's just estimate to around 1,000, 12. Let's just estimate a lot of $1,500 for water. So that brings us up to about $8,000-9,000. Not bad, not great, but that would solve the problem of replacing the liner on the pool. Now, we know I have complained about this damn pool. However, we still have to talk about the cost per year to maintain the pool. What is that going to look like? We got to look at chemicals. We have to look at electricity. We have to look at water to fill it up. If we lose water, we have to look at a lot of factors. Now, do I have the mental capacity or do I have the mental energy to focus on that? More than likely not. So let's talk about remove a pool. All right. Now, he said they come out and it take 3 to 5 days or whatever. I'll look at the paper to see what it says. But anyway, all in all, 3 to 5 days to complete the job. Now, what are we looking at as far as costs? In total, we're looking at $13,750 to get rid of that pool. Now, we are divided. I already know that we are divided on what we want to do. We are all invested in this because I brought you into this equation. I brought you into this situation. I included y'all, so I need y'all decision, your input. I have not been, so I don't think I want to take on the additional cost of fooling with the pool. Now, he was talking about it'd be lower on my property taxes, my my homeowner's insurance, and all of that stuff. All that sounds good, but I don't have to worry about property taxes. That's not even a factor in my life anymore. Homeowner's insurance sounds good. Reclaiming my backyard sounds good. All of that sounds good. So I am more leaning towards getting rid of the pool. But I want your input on this decision of getting rid of the pool. So let me know in the comments what y'all think. And I already know what I want to do, but let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all would do if y'all were in my situation, given everything that I've said in this video and the previous videos. And I will chat with y'all in the next one. Peace. And I look forward to your input. Thanks.